Hello everyone, it's Thalen McRom, and I've just started the live stream. As you can see in the pinned post or the pinned chat I've added, Kiddo has decided last minute not to join me for the stream today. That's okay. I'm still going to work on some just things around the base. I'm looking at a few just mod settings since we've added a few more mods. Just seeing if there's anything in here that I want to change. But I'm not seeing anything. All right, so let's get going. All right, how are we doing? Just checking, see what all I've got inventory-wise. See what all's going on in here. Definitely need to put some stairs in there. Things seem different for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, bit kiln. All right, let's see what we left running when we were gone. So just the pit kiln. Okay. And it is in the evening. I'm gonna harvest the rest of these cattails. Real quick. Welcome. I can see someone's joined the stream. Hope you're having a good evening. Unfortunately, as you can see by the pinned message, Kiddo has decided not to join me for the stream today. Last minute. This morning, when he left for school, he was all about it, and then this evening he decided just didn't feel up to it. That's okay. Alright, I'm just deciding on what I want to work on first here. Let's see here. Let's try wooden. Wooden. Alright, because one of the mods I have is a mod that came out fairly recently. Wooden Sluice, this is what I was looking for. It's just 3 boards. Alright, fantastic. So, I'm going to throw a torch down right there real quick. Get us a little light in here so we can see what's going on. There we go. That there. Go ahead and light that one too. Get a little more light going in our little hovel we've got going here while I work on some smithing. There we go. Okay, so where's our pickaxe mold? Where'd Kiddo put it? I bet Kiddo logged off with it in his inventory. I know Kiddo. Yeah, he probably kept the pickaxe mold in his inventory. Alright, looks like I'm making a new pickaxe mold, folks. There we go. Alright, let's see here. We'll just do this out here. And that's Fox mold pickaxe. There we go. Alright. And feel free to chit-chat, folks. I am watching the chat. I hope everyone's had a good day so far, and you're continuing to have a good day. Oh. But in some boxes I didn't need to. That's alright. I personally have had a pretty good day myself. Now, just for people who are joining us from this for maybe the first time, being that this world is for my Kiddo to kind of learn the game and everything, you know, normally hostile creatures are set to passive currently, so we're not going to have to worry about things like drifters attacking us and whatnot. I don't think we have a Fox mold. I'm going to go ahead and make one. You know, now, they will attack us if we attack them first, so, you know. They will defend themselves. But that's just one of the settings that we're playing with, because I do want him to learn to play the game and learn the survival aspects of it first. But right now I'm just doing a little bit of clay forming because there's a couple molds we need. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and get an anvil mold, I think. I'm going to need more clay for that. You might hear my kiddo in the background. He's had a little bit of a cough recently. But should hopefully clear up soon. Alright. Hey, sweetheart. My wife just walked in, folks. How you doing? Done for your walk? Okay. And my wife's going to go take a walk. It's good. Needs to get her good to get exercise like that. But there we go. All right. I know clay forming is not the most exciting thing to do. We got a lot more things we're going to do. We're going to work on getting solidly into the copper age today, so that when Kiddo comes back online with me, we can have copper tools. That's my goal, anyways. This Kiddo gets kind of easily distracted. Nothing wrong with that, though. But the other thing I want to do is kind of start setting up some improvements to our little underground hovel. Because, well, this base is working out for us currently. Yeah, it's not really going to be the long-term layout, I don't think. What about you all? Y'all got anything going on this evening? Any plans besides just watching me play Vintage Story? Which I do appreciate, by the way. I do like the fact that people come by and listen to me ramble on about games. There we go. We're getting there. Yeah, because I kind of want to get enough copper tonight. Oh, see, there we go. Out of play. To get an anvil going. Because once we get an anvil and some hammers, because we have a hammer mold, I think. Yeah, we do. I had to look there for a second. We'll be pretty good to go, I think. There we go. Anvil mold. Let's go throw this in the pit kiln. There we go. I can go put this away. I'm going to need some more grass, though. I do not have enough grass. The other thing I got to do here, I got to start working on more food supplies for the house. His Kiddo, when he made his character, picked Blackguard, which is great for combat, except we're playing kind of a low combat world at the moment, you know, because while there are the normal creatures and mobs and things around, again, they're not going to be aggressive. And the problem is, Blackguard has something like a 30% hunger increase, like they need 30%, they lose calories 30% faster, or satiation 30% faster than everybody else. So he's been eating us out of house and home in the game, making it hard for us to kind of get a leg up on food reserves. But that's alright. We're going to figure it out. And him not being on right now gives me kind of an opportunity to do some of that. So, while I'm a bit sad he's not with us, it will be better for, you know, our long-term playthrough, while also letting me do things like plant some more bushes and things. Maybe do it on grass. Ah, there we go. That's plenty of grass. I need more sticks, too, I just realized. All the little things you forget you need. Nope. Nope. Did not want to make a fire pit there. Oh god. Just looked over, my cat's about to sneeze. I hope she doesn't sneeze on me. That would be most unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to head over in this direction because we've got a forest over this way. This also has lots of mushrooms in it. So my hope is I can get over there and find some mushrooms while also getting some more sticks. And not falling into any holes. There's a lot of holes around here. This area is very much filled with caves. Oh no, it's a goat. Hope there's no goat down in the hole. Yeah, unfortunate. Alright. Cat? Please don't throw up on my computer. Cat? Jesus, cat. What was that? Okay, I'm going to take these bushes back over to the house with me. Oh, we got some growing spelt there. Not quite ready. Alright, let's see here. Got some more red currant bushes. I think I'm going to go start a little bush farm back at the house, too. That's why I'm taking these bushes. Yeah, the cat's gotten sick there, David. How's that? So these will be ready soon. What about this? Cranberry bush. Don't set the woods on fire. No, I'm not planning to set the woods on fire. Not yet. You know, that may happen in the future. And for people who don't know, David's one of my Patreons. Super cool dude. He and I have known each other for several years now. Oh no, my axe broke. Cat, do not come over here with with that nonsense. I love you, Cat, but you just got like mess everywhere. We're gonna have to clean up here later. Keep that over there with yourself, please, and not on my laptop. Oh, okay, I'm starving to death. That's what that is. Okay, I need food. That is what's going on there. I was curious about like why my character started complaining. Well, thankfully we're in a place with food, so there should be some food around here. Yeah. You have a huge delay, so 30 seconds. Gotcha. I wonder why there's such a delay. It's not normally 30 seconds for people. I know it's supposed to be like 10 or something. Grab this. That resin there, and I'll see if I can find some food. Yep. I hear you, character. You're complaining about your food. Your rumbling tummy. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody who's out there watching. Feel free to chit-chat. Let's see here. Empty. I think I've gotten most of these before. Gotta find something for my character to eat. Wait. 6. Not quite grown carrots. Dang. Let's see here. Any of these grown? Nope. They'll be grown in like a day. Alright. Keep pushing out looking for food. Those parsnips aren't quite ready yet either. It's not that I forgot rations. We've kind of run out of rations. Kind of the problem. That's part of the other reason I came to the forest over here, was to try and find more food. Like, yeah, that's a huge problem right now in our game, because Kiddo, while I love playing with him, has unfortunately been just like wolfing down the rations because of his class choice of being a blackguard in the game. And to the point where I cannot forage enough food to keep us in food. Also, it doesn't help that he's not particularly good at foraging. Oh, thank goodness, found something. There we go. And my character will quit tooting at us. There we go. Put these bushes in here for now. Put that there for now. There we go. Okay, what are these? I don't know if these are edible or not. Let's find out if these are edible. These are. These green cracked Russell are edible. There we go. We found some more food. Alright. So we're going to take these green mushrooms with us. There we go. Get some more. Any more? That's actually very true in this game, that everything's edible once. So, for example, actually, let me go and grab some of this horse while I'm sitting here thinking about it. We straight up found a collection of death caps earlier when we were foraging for food at one point. Because, well, you know, death caps are a mushroom. We were looking for mushrooms. Why is that not working? Oh, there it is. It has to be on top. That's what it was. Cordage. Oh, right. I forgot I have that mod installed. Okay. But anyways, so we found a whole thing of death caps. And, well, very handy in the fact of you could technically eat them. They're also quite deadly in the game. They will just kill your character right off the bat. So, you know, matter of fact, here's the death caps right here. So I'll show you. So you can harvest them. See? And then if I mouse over them, you can see it says, when eaten, provides 80 satiation. So it provides 80 food worth of calories, basically, which is great. But it also takes away 50 hit points. Considering I only have 26, that's over double the number of hit points I have. So these will kill you, and fast. And the way I'm going to deal with these is, I'm just going to throw them in the lake. I don't need them. Alright, now to gathering sticks like I wanted. Ah, here we go. Here's some more harvestable mushrooms. These are actually good. I think these pink bonnet are not healthy. I can't remember. Yeah, the pink bonnet are technically poisonous. They're like mildly poisonous. They only do 10 hit points, so they only do like half my health. But the shiitake mushrooms here are perfectly fine. So you notice 80, no health damage. Same with these green cracked Rasulas, or whatever. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Someone feel free to correct me on the pronunciation of that mushroom. We don't want the red bonnets. We'll take the shiitake. Now, one of the mods I'm playing with, which is the one of the wild farming mods, will basically let me grow these mushrooms. I'm going to throw these in here. Yes, I'm just throwing poisonous mushrooms into the lake. It's perfectly fine. Isn't that how you get rid of your your rotten food and poisonous food? You just throw it into the lake next to your house. This stick trip has turned into gathering mushrooms. Alright, there we go. Oh, found an earthworm. What's this for? I can use it as food or bait. No, that's going in the inventory. The fish says no, the fish won't let you throw your poisonous mushrooms into the lake. Well, that's kind of rude. How dare that fish not let you throw your poisonous mushrooms into their lake? We got some more mushrooms over here. Nice. See? When left on my own, I will forage up like a storm here. Let's see here. Pick up that one. Can I reach these up here? Check into the wood mushrooms. There we go. So these chicken to the wood mushrooms are also good. There we go. Look, yes, I do know why you make that joke. So what people may not know is David and I LARP together. And for those who don't know what LARPing is, that's live action roleplay. And his character is a Toggen, aka a fish person. Now my character is an orc, so, you know. But our characters work together. So he's... Well, Wyatt says they taste like chicken. Whether or not that's true or not, it's a different matter. There we go. Can eat some more of these blueberries I found. Ooh, there's some more mushrooms over there. I'm just getting completely distracted by mushrooms here. So I think part of the reason I'm picking up earthworms, because that's part of that primitive survival mod I've recently installed today, is because it actually adds fishing to the game, which I hope they add fishing to the base game at some point. These fly agaric mushrooms, those are also poisonous. Those are not good. Same with these earthball mushrooms. This is just like a whole bunch of poisonous mushrooms over here. But I did see some on a tree over here somewhere. Where was it? Lost them. I have lost where I saw all those mushrooms on a tree. Oh, here's some more resin, which I'll take while I'm sitting here. I'll just keep gathering sticks for the moment. I remember where I saw those mushrooms just a second ago. Oh, here we go. They're over here next to the death caps. That's a snake. That's a pit viper. That was a bad snake. Nope. Nope. So that's something else added by the mod. Is poisonous snakes there. There's apparently it adds 2 poisonous snakes and 2 non-poisonous snakes. Grab these blueberries on here. Alright. Keep looking for more sticks and more mushrooms. This is working out pretty well for us. Yeah, that was a danger. That was a danger rope. We got some cranberries. I'm out of inventory space as part of my problem. I don't need these stones. Or those stones. Yeah, food is more important than granite rocks right now. Let's put these in the inventory so I have a free hand, because you have to have a free hand to pick up stuff off the ground like that. Or the same item in hand, basically. Alright, let's see here. But if people have questions, please ask. Elephant saddle. I can't remember if these are poisonous or not. I feel like these are. Yeah, those are poisonous. They're not like gonna kill you instantly poisonous, but they are certainly more poisonous than we probably want to deal with. Get that out there. There we go. Welcome back, sweetheart. What's up? I don't know where the child's wandered off to, my love. My wife just showed back up and was curious where the child was wandered off to. You check his room. He likes to sometimes go and play in his room. There we go. Get some more mushrooms. Yeah, I usually use Danger Noodle myself instead of Nope Rope. Falling down a hole. I've been trying to figure out what these interesting columns are here. There's some sort of ruin, but I don't know what they are. If anyone knows what these are, please tell me. Because there are different types of ruins in the game. And that's a base game ruin. I found those in a vanilla playthrough. Alright. This adventure is turning into a fairly productive foraging adventure, even if not very productive stick gathering trip. Actually, I have no idea why they call these chicken of the wood mushrooms, by the way. I know they're a real mushroom. There we go. I'm going to gather these worms, just because if nothing else, I can use them as a meat source. Let's see here. Sticks. How we doing on sticks? We got 37. Gonna need a few more than that. Oh, there's some more mushrooms over there. Look at that. Lots of mushrooms today. Well, I have to agree with the kiddo here. This forest is this section of forest is apparently the best section for finding mushrooms in. Gotta get what that thing's called. Shiver. That's what it's called. Good lord. I lost the name there for a second. That's a shiver down there. Wandering around in that cave. Get another raccoon. I'm back at that same lake I was at earlier. Let's keep heading north here. So welcome, people. Welcome. Those who may not know or may be new to my chat, I am Fallon McRom. And I was supposed to be gaming with the kiddo tonight, but he decided that he wasn't interested last minute. Well, that's alright. You know, not going to make him do it. He's had a long day at school. Oh, good lord. Good to see you, Army Bacon. So how you doing? Okay, there it goes. Picked up that worm. You're alive? I feel that. Been a long week around here. Just checking in on your streamer friends. I appreciate that. That's good. I like seeing, you know, the people who stop by my stream and chit chat. So I'm glad to see that you're alive and still with us, Army Bacon. Oh, by the way, Army Bacon, something I know that you might find interesting. Because you've asked me before about Discord, and I'll go ahead and talk about this. So I do run a members-only Discord currently for my Patreons. You can ask David, he's a member of it. However, I'm going to be adding a new level of membership to that. I'm going to be adding a free level of membership to my Patreon, so that people who just want to come and hang out in the Discord can. You know, they can just join my Patreon for free and come hang out in the Discord. That way, you know, you don't have to pay to, like, be in there. You just have to follow me. That's all, basically. Because I think you'd asked about that before, Army Bacon, and a few others had. But I'm going to be making that change here in the next bit. I'm not sure exactly when. It'll probably be the next day or two. But thought people would want to know. Yeah, I figured. You know, things are expensive these days. And, you know, I'd like to have people hanging out in Discord, so I'm going to make that easier for folks. Now, there'll still be, like, some, you know, benefits that the free folks won't get. Like, if I do multiplayer servers and stuff, you know, that's going to be reserved for paid members only. But that's only because I have to pay for those multiplayer servers, and I basically need people to pay for their slots in that, effectively. But as far as, like, hanging out in Discord, nah, that's free. Oh yeah, I remember this run. I've had this run before by falling into one of these caves. I'm trying to explore it. That is polished granite. Okay, that was an interesting look. I kind of wonder what this ruin was at one point. You can get... Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Like, you know, obviously my wife and I both work full-time, and yeah, it's tough out there. And we have just our mortgage payment and our car payment, like, for the most part. Like, we have a few others, like minor bills, you know, lights and all that stuff. Alright, man. Alright, I am out of storage in my inventory. Nice, dude. Yep. making crosses can be difficult. There's a couple tricks to it to make it easier, in case you all didn't know. Need to go drop off some of this stuff at the base and then come back for those carrots. So a trick that my master taught me when I was still an apprentice is basically this pattern of cuts you could make in a bar of steel, and then when you unfolded this piece of steel, it would just be the shape of the cross that you wanted, along with like a kind of an open center. I'll have to see if I can't find the instructions for that somewhere. Oh, absolutely. That's part of the reason I'm actually setting up the whole, like, free access to the Discord thing, is so that you and I can sit there and talk blacksmithing, and we'll have a channel for it in the Discord. That's actually part of what motivated me to make that change, because I was thinking about that earlier. Alright, there we go. Put these in here. There we go. Alright, just gonna throw these worms in here too. Alright, man. I'll catch you later. And I'll make sure to post when I make those changes to the Discord. So those are black currant, and these are red currant, right? Yep. I think this is also red currant, right? Nope, that's black currant. I'll move you. Trying to keep my bushes sort of organized. I think I'll put the red currant over here. Yeah. Yeah. And so, for other new people who are new to my streams or whatever, what Army Bacon and I are talking about is I actually trained as a blacksmith for a while in the real life. I started when I was like 14 and trained under my master until I was about 18, 19. And even did it professionally as a job for a little bit at the place where I trained at. It was a lot of fun. And Ari Bacon's also a blacksmith in the real world. So that's what that was all about, folks. And he and I have been comparing notes as he hangs out my streams. Oh. We've got tin, so we got surface tin right there. That's kind of amazing. Surface tin is actually really rare in Vintage Story and difficult to find. So when you do find it, it's good to know. Where did I lose those carrots at? There's some parsnips. Not the carrots I found earlier. Carrots. Parsnips. Turnips. I think it might be those over there. I'm hungry again. My character's complaining about not having enough food. Oh, there we go. Got some more flax. I always take flax. Flax is always good. Alright. I'll eat one flax. Now stop complaining, character. You're not starving to death yet. I'm being mean to my character, I know. There we go, this is what I wanted. Wanted that carrot seed. And those carrots. Okay. Any more of these ready to harvest? No, sadly. Well, I can go plant these seeds, which would be good. And now I've got enough food to actually prepare some more food for my kiddo and I. My kiddo's off playing in his room or something. I'm not sure what he's decided to do instead of streaming with me. But you know what? Whatever. Kiddo can do kiddo. He's a, you know, free-thinking, independent 8-year-old. He can make his own decisions within reason. What is this? Okay, that's more flax. It's not ready to harvest. Oop. Cave. But everyone having a good day otherwise out there? Oh, got some turnips already for harvest too. Look at this. This foraging trip has gotten me completely waylaid. Completely distracted from getting the sticks like I'd left to go do I mean, I got the sticks enough, but food's obviously more critical than sticks. Alright. Let's go put this in storage. Let's see here. Turnips can go in here. Carrots can go in here. The worm, I'll find somewhere else to go. Okay. Those can be stacked. There we go. I was very confused about like how I ended up with an odd number of things there. There we go. Alright, put that over there. Guess we need to find a place for these. Can just go in my inventory for the moment. Alright. So somewhere around here I do have... I had 6 in there. Didn't even realize it. Where did I put that? There it is. Okay. I I had resin stored in here somewhere. There we go. This worm can just go in here for now. Take these sticks because I need those sticks for the moment. Cool. I also got to work on Kiddo's efficiency of pit kilns. He likes to put just one item in there. It's one thing if it's like something designed to only have one item. Perfectly reasonable. But like for these jugs, like this one he only did one jug. You know, kind of inefficient, if I'm honest. There we go. Cool. Alright, so let me grab some of my... Gonna need 12. There we go. I'm using peat as a fuel source for my pit kilns, just because it's cheap and fairly efficient, and I have a ton of it next to the house. There we go. Are we ready to light this thing? Some of these things require more than 4 pieces of peat, like storage vessels. Oh, I got too close to the fire. That's why I'm going to have to fill this back in with rammed earth at some point, so I'm not standing too close to the pit kiln when I light it. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, those are all lit. Nice. I'm going to go plant these these seeds real quick. The other reason I want to get into the Copper Age so I can have actual tools, so I can make a bucket. So I can put water in these holes here. Alright, so which ones are these? These are carrots, those are K. And this is where I plant my carrots. There we go. Flax. She also goes over here. And turnips, which go over here. Well, I guess I'll just save this turnip seed for now. Alright. Yeah. Be nice if it would rain as well. So I don't have to keep manually watering this. But I'm going to go make some food for my character real quick. Or actually, I think what I will do is, since I'm playing in Kiddo's not right now, I'm going to steal Kiddo's bowl of food here before it goes bad. No one saw me do that. I definitely did not steal Kiddo's bowl of food. Right, everybody? Side note, how's the leather working? Like, are you asking me in play or out of play? Like, in the game or not? These are also stackable. Take this and this. And one of these. One of these. There we go. You don't know what I'm talking about? Like, you asked me how's the leather working. I just realized I need 2 of these. I'll put away one of the carrots. Oh, in game. Oh, yeah, so the way it works for in the game is I'll have to make barrels, which that will require me to get copper going so that I have a saw. And then I'll get wood and I'll make barrels out of that wood by making boards. And then to... Okay. Then to make the leather, you have to get the animal hides, and you have to get some lime water, which the most common way of making lime water is you put water in the barrel, and then you put in 1 unit of powdered lime, which you grind up in a mill, per liter of water in the barrel. And you soak the hides in that for like an in-game day, and then you have to get a barrel of weak tannin, so you need 3 barrels minimum to do this. And the weak tannin is made with oak logs and water at 10 liters per 1 oak log to get your weak tannin. And each barrel can hold 50 liters, in case it comes up. And then you need to get strong tannin as well, which is you take weak tannin and add 5 more logs to it of the oak logs, and then that will let you turn the prepared hides that you soaked in the lime water, then skinned with your knife, well, took the fur off with your knife, and then soaked in the weak tannin to make prepared hides. You can then put those in the strong tannin to get your leather as your final product. So it's like it's between 7 and 4 steps depending on how you count the steps, basically. Alright, so now back to what I was doing here. We've got the pit kilns going, which I can't really do the copper thing I want to do until that's done. Let me check my turnips over here. These are all still growing. So I'm going to get my pan and do a little panning while I wait for the pit kilns to finish, so that I can actually make a pickaxe and go get copper in a more serious manner. Alright. It's another panning stream, folks. I know everybody loves panning streams. Yeah, alright. Okay, I don't have a thing left over here. There we go. And I have an auto panning feature, so I can just sit here and pan. It's kind of great. One of the mods I use makes it so you can just press Control X and turn on auto panning. And that's from a mod called Dana's Tweaks or whatever. So part of the reason I want to get into the Copper Age as well, so I can get a saw and start making boards. And that'll let me make a slough, which, for those who don't know what a slough is, it's a device that you put dirt and gravel and stuff into and run water through to knock out the dirt and the gravel and basically just leave behind the metal bits you want, usually used to find gold and silver. I know all this because I used to be obsessed with gold panning in real life, and so I know all about like sloughs and stuff. Not necessarily which ones are the best, so don't ask me about my opinions on that. However, if you want a guide to go follow and learn more about gold sloughs and stuff, I can point you to some YouTubers and stuff. But anyways, someone decided that should be a thing in Vintage Story and made a mod for it, which I have installed on this world that me and the kiddo are playing in. Mostly because I like the idea, and I thought some things like that should exist as well. But I'm gonna have to pan by hand here to get some more copper nuggets until I can get my copper pickaxe. Because once we get the copper pickaxe, we'll go over... Where is it? Where is it? Go, like, over here, or... I think there's one more that was slightly closer. Maybe that is the closest one. Let's see here. Got Suvite there, so we've got a copper node there, copper node there. Those are surface nodes, so they're just like just under the dirt a little bit to find them. Oh, there's one over here as well. But we'll go and get those and mine them up and get enough copper to make an anvil and to make a saw. It's one of the things I'm looking forward to in the game. But while I'm sitting here panning, it's a great time to ask me questions in chat, because, you know, I don't really need to do a whole lot in the game. So it's very easy for me to watch chat right now. Wow, I've only found 3 nuggets so far. I kind of feel like the return on sand is not as good as on gravel when it comes to panning. Not even found any blue clay yet. I'm guessing those brown dots on the map are over. So one of the things I've also got right now is a mod that makes auto markers on my map when I interact with certain things. Like ore and, you know, crops and things. Useful little mod. It's one I normally play with when I'm playing a modded game. Like, once I finish my vanilla playthrough that I'm doing a series on, I'll actually probably do a modded playthrough at some point of some kind. Need to come up with a good challenge for it or something. I'll probably take input from you all, the community, about that. So be on the lookout for that when we get towards the end of my vanilla playthrough. We still got several episodes till then. Alright. Just need a few more copper nuggets here. I want to try and get up to 60, to have like 3, because I'd like at least 1 pickaxe, a hammer. Then I have to decide between either a second pickaxe or a pro pick. So, a pro pick, for those who don't know, or might be new to the game, is a prospecting pick. And it basically helps you figure out what ores are in the area you're in. Or what ores are potentially in the area you're in. And then you can use it to try and search for specific ore nodes within that area. But those are all things we're going to need, because we're going to need a lot more copper than panning will produce. At least panning will produce easily, I should say. I mean, I do like the fact that I am getting some, like, flint spearheads that I can use just to make spears. And the quartz chunks. That's what that little white rock is down there on my hotbar that I've panned up. Those quartz chunks you could use to make, like, lanterns and glass in the game. So, anywho. Come on, game. Let's finish this last stack of sand and go check the pit kilns. Because if I get enough to make the pick, I'll just go mine some copper out of the ground from that nearby copper node and make my copper in my pick and my hammer and get that done that way. Turn off the auto panning here so I don't pick up any more stuff. I actually think I'll just leave my pan here. So we got some quartz. We did get some blue clay and 6 copper nuggets, so not enough for what we want, but I still have enough already. So just go put this with the pile. If I head the right direction. Alright. Pit kiln still got a little bit of time, but that's okay. Alright, so we are up to 54. So we're just 6 short. One more ingot. Ingot's worth is 100. But let's see here. What else I got? Oh, there we go. Put those in there. Put the blue clay in there. I'll just go ahead and make a spear here. There we go. Extra spear. Actually, I think this will let me... Can I lean these up against the wall? Shift right click. Yeah. I think... Nope. Alright. It's not gonna let me do it. Alright. Let's see. It's not that late in the game yet. Rift activity is currently medium, which normally would be a bit more of a problem than it is. Definitely want to get copper going, though. So what I might do, go over here to where this is. Yeah, we're going to do this real quick. I'm going to go dig down, see if I can't see if the copper is exposed to just below the soil or not. Let's see here. So there's the nugget right there. So let me get a shovel real quick. Because I want to see how deep down it is. I don't know if I'm going to have to dig through a layer of granite or not. Because I think this is going to be granite down here. There we go. Alright, let's go down to the rock. See how deep down this stuff is. So I'm probably just going to, like, kind of strip mine this out. Okay. I am not seeing it exposed on the surface here. So I am going to have to dig down through probably a layer or two of stone. Yeah, it's probably going to be down a couple layers. That's alright. That's why we're going to make a pickaxe. This also gives me some more rammed earth to fill out my pit kilns with. There we go. Yeah, go fix up my pit kilns, make them a little nicer. Okay, that's just granite. I always check the surface nuggets whenever I see little stones like that on the surface. Make sure I'm not missing something, like meteoric iron, things like that. There we go. There. Now I won't get too close and burn myself. Okay. Nope. Yeah, this will be a good one for storing the dirt in. There we go. And actually, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, is it 3? Yeah, it's 3. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. That spear there. Put this hoe here. The shovel there. Well, I'll keep the shovel. Alright. Let's sleep till morning and see if our pit kilns are done. I don't actually remember if sleeping affects the speed of your pit kilns processing or not. If anyone does remember that, let me know. I think it does. I know it does not affect the fuel time on your campfires, though, weirdly enough. I do need to make my character a little more food here. No one tell the child that ate some of his chicken and wood mushrooms. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to eat as many of them. There we go. Oh, goodness, stop it. Yeah, no. There we go. I'll keep using this peat in the back of the house here. This way we'll have a little extra food available. Let's go check my pit kilns. Ah, good. They just finished. Fantastic. So let's see here. Where do I want to put this giant mold? I'll pick up this bowl and put this in the back corner for now. There we go. And then there's the pickaxe mold and the falx mold. Not that I need a falx mold right now, but, you know, better to have one for later. This is the one we're going to need right here. I'll get this hammer mold over here, too. Put the hammer mold, like, right here. There we go. How's my food doing? I should only need one more piece of fuel there. Put this over here. There we go. Gotta have my mushroom breakfast. Just nice stewed mushrooms. That there. One bowl of stewed mushrooms was not quite enough. There we go. The two was. There. Nice and full. Let me grab... Actually, since I want to go mine, we're going to go ahead and grab this. I need to make rope. It's up here. And then that. And there's tongs. Beautiful. Now you're going to see how you do smelting in this game real quick, folks. There we go. There's that. And then there's the charcoal. I think I'm only going to need, like... We'll take 3. I think 3 should do it. Alright. 20 pieces of copper will become 100 units. And we'll throw 2 pieces of charcoal in there. Thankfully, it's still hot from where I cooked my breakfast, so didn't even have to light it. But basically, I'm going to keep our eye on this little window over here and see if it gets up to smelting. Because notice it has to get up to, you know, 1084 degrees Celsius to smelt the copper. And right now it's at 690, 700. So it's getting there. Now the charcoal will burn at 1300. Oh, there's Kiddo. He stuck up. He's found me and Mom. And the cat.
You have to say big good cat first.
Okay.
Well, hold on, don't.
The child has been ordered to pay homage to the cat who's sitting on Mommy's desk. Being her royal floopiness.
I have to pay homage to the cat.
Yeah. He must pay homage to the royal floof.
And if Princess, if Prince Fluffy is here, I'm just saying hello to Prince Fluffy.
Well, I have not seen Prince Fluffy in the chat tonight, but if Prince Fluffy comes by, I'll let them know you said hello.
Okay. Because I like Prince Fluffy. I like the name.
There you go. Prince Fluffy was in our chat the other night.
Okay, let's go.
There we go. Alright. Now, notice your character is holding this with tongs. If you don't have tongs, you will hurt yourself with the molting metal. There we go. And now you gotta wait for that to cool off. And we can put the tongs on the tool rack. So there we go. So you notice that's still like 1100 degrees, and that's gotta cool off for a bit. There we go. We now have a pickaxe. I'm gonna go get some water and water the crops. Let's see. Yeah, the closest water source is over here. And for people who don't know, the floof, as we called her, Her Royal Highness, that's our cat Helia, as well. Not just Prince Fluffy, the commenter who came by and was hanging out in chat the other night. But that dude was cool too. So yeah, Helia, our cat, loves to hang out on our desks and be in the center of everything. There we go. Alright, how's that? And need some more water. This is the other reason I want to get the bucket for moving water around. That'll make all this easier. Because I'll be able to keep all this basically at 75% moisture at all times with basically no effort. Alright, how are we doing over here? Let's top these off a little bit. Oh, some of these are pretty dry. They're still growing, though, so they'll be alright. Now, if I was actually using an anvil to make tools instead of just casting them from copper like I am currently, I could actually go ahead and quench this by just dropping that in the water. But when you cast them in a mold like this, you don't have that option. You have to wait for them to cool off. Alright. There we go. What is this marker on my map? That's marker for Pete. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to do while I wait for that to dry? Or to cool off, I should say. Could head up north up here. What kind of merchant is that? Oh yeah, we don't know what kind of merchant that is. I think I'm going to go see what kind of merchant that is over there. I'm going to go off on a little bit of an adventure, folks, while we wait for our pickaxe to finish cooling off. Make it actually usable. We'll also do some foraging while we're out and about, see if we see any crops we can pick up and harvest. Keep stockpiling food. Maybe even keep an eye out for some more clay. Oh, there's a temporal rift right there, which I'm going to grab that cranberry and move away from. Because I'd rather not be caught in that. Put these in my inventory so I don't just accidentally eat them. There we go. Oh, got some red currants over here too. Those in here. Alright. That's extra food. But everyone doing good tonight? I know I keep asking that, but I see people coming in and out, so I like to ask the new folks who've just arrived. More cranberries, nice. Oh, what do we have here? These are those carrots I saw before. Oh, more red currants. Okay. And one of the mods I have will let me basically turn these berries into berry bush seeds so that I can plant more berry bushes without having to transplant them. In the vanilla game, the berry bushes that spawn naturally are all the berry bushes that you'll get in the world. They don't propagate, and you can't make more of them. What am I looking at over here? What is this? This is a strange coloration on the map here. Oh, it's a giant pine tree, or oak tree. Look at the size of this oak tree, folks. This is a massive oak tree. I think it's massive. What's this one over here? That's a fruit tree over there. Got a raccoon. Oh. The raccoon has died. There we go. I'm not going to turn down the hides and the bushmeat, though. There we go. Actually, there should be a way for me to make, like, jerky out of this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Alright, so we're going to make... How do we do this? Knife plus bushmeat. So we're going to take this bushmeat, and we're going to take our knife, we're going to turn it into jerky, because that'll allow it to cure. So notice it's curable, so basically that'll start to dry in our inventory, preserving it, making it last longer. That's added by the primitive survival mod that I'm running. Normally these wolves would be hostile, but again, this is the world that my son plays in, and it's set up to be passive, so the animals will only attack if you attack them first. And that's on purpose to make it so that, you know, he can learn to play the game. Ooh, we got more lobster mushrooms? Yes. Yeah, I know, I keep getting distracted by forageables. Sorry, folks. with as tight as food has been in the game for me and my kiddo, I will stop to forage. These lobster mushrooms are one of the good varieties for eating. Some of the mushrooms in the game are deadly. See, death caps and the flying agaric, which are actually real-world mushrooms, are also deadly in real life. And what do we have over here? Besides granite stones. Funeral bell. I think those are poisonous, if I remember correctly. Yes, they are. Those are basically a one hit and you're dead if you try to eat those. Let's find somewhere to drop these. There's a cave over here I can throw them in. There we go. Goodbye. Poisonous mushrooms. Up. Got some more resin. Resin's always good. And we finally made it over here to the merchant I was trying to get to. Let's see what kind of trader they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this marker. Because it should save it automatically when we talk to them. Alright, let's talk to him. It's a survival goods trader. What's your name? Sprig. Sprig the survival goods trader. Nice. And let's see what Sprig's got. Sprig will sell us a bismuth bronze axe, so bronze axe, some leather bracers. The fur coat's not bad. Lime. So we were talking about making leather earlier in the game. Lime, that's what you need right there. It's also sell us a black bronze sword. Pretty good. Linen sacks. Nice. So halite. So salt. There you go. Black bronze axe. A simple bow. Okay, so basic bow. A black bronze spear. It's a horrible use of black bronze, but awesome. The black bronze pick is pretty cool. And the bronze, or tin bronze arrows are also pretty cool. A leather reinforced wooden shield. Hit bed. And he'll buy the poncho, flax twine. That's super easy for us to get. Same with the sewing kit. And the rice. Well, the rice bread might be a bit of a problem. We're not a good climate for rice bread. He wants it charred. Interesting. But he will buy charred spelt bread, which is fine. And charred... Or no, just regular bread. He doesn't want charred. But spelt bread and rye bread, which we can do. I would not sell tin ingots or steel ingots. The cream ceramic bowls. I think you have to buy those. I've never been able to make them. I'll also buy leather. So alright, so this is pretty good. So he's got a lot of stuff we can buy and trade for. So that's a good merchant to know about. Alright. There's a few more around. So we've got a local goods trader over there. Could have sworn I saw some more on the map earlier. Yeah, there's another one down here, so I'm gonna pin that just so I can see it. And I saw like one or two more. Yeah, we're gonna pin that one so we can see that one. Alright, any more that I saw when I was out exploring previously? Alright, so let's head back to the base because our stuff should probably be cooled off. And see, look at those bow torn down there. Those would normally bother me because those are normally very aggressive. And also very, very annoying. And I hate bow torn. Grab some more sticks while I'm out and about. Break my way through these leaves. There we go. Oh, these common morals are good for food. Yeah, see these? These are fine for food too. I saw some back here, I think. Yep, more common morals. Yeah, this forest up here is just like loaded with food. And the cool thing is, I think with the farming mod I've got installed, I can actually plant these mushrooms. In a sense, I can basically build like a little mushroom farm. Any more of them around? I'm not going to complain about more mushrooms. But anywho, I see some more people have joined the stream. Thank you all. Welcome in. I hope everybody's doing well. Feel free to chit-chat. No, David's been chit-chatting. Yeah, I am dwarfing. That is absolutely right. I'm going to be mining, and I'm going to be harvesting all the mushrooms, because dwarf. I am definitely not a real-life dwarf funeral bell. Those are poisonous. Those are nopes. Rabbits. Oh, goodness. And for people who don't know, like, yeah, I am kind of like a real-world dwarf in the sense of, like, I like panning for gold and mining and smithing and stuff. To the point where I once had dreams about mining. Like, actual dreams about mining. To the point where, like, it was a dream about specifically mining different types of crystals and gemstones. Because a friend of mine at the time had told me about a friend of his that actually that was what she kind of did for a living, is she went out and would mine and quarry different types of gemstones for a living. Which was absolutely fascinating to me. So I immediately, like, just the next day, had dreams where I had gone to the crystal mine with my friend and was mining, and my wife was with me, and while we were there, we found, like, a dead body in the mine or something. This is all my dream. And, you know, everyone was panicking, like, oh god, we just found a dead body. We need to go and, like, report this, or whatever. Meanwhile, I'm just finding, like, these fist-sized emeralds and stuff in my dream. And they're all like, we need to go report this. I'm like, no. We need to finish gathering these minerals first, these precious gems first. Because the corpse is dead. It doesn't need them. It's fine. We'll gather these, then we'll go report the body. In case you want to know how much of a dwarf and stuff I am at heart. There you go, folks. So, I told a little story about myself. About a real dream I actually had. Alright, let's put away these foods here. There we go. Take this. Put one of these in here. Need to do something with this hide. It'll last a little bit longer in here. Okay. That's not what I want. I want that off there. There we go. Nope. There. Okay. That's our only cooking pot, isn't it? Nope, we have another one. There we go. Perfect. And I'm going to throw these in here. There. Yes, I am cooking one serving of food. Alright, this should be more than enough to get this going. Okay. Alright, so this is cured, which is good. Actually, can I add this? No. Okay. I can't add the cured meat to the pot. Sadness. Take this low fertility earth and add that over here. There we go. Doing a little inventory management while we're here. Yep. Okay. So how's everybody doing? I see some more people have joined the chat. Welcome. We're gonna put these. I'll put these bones in here. There we go. Put this in here. Nice. And now that our pickaxe is ready, let's go get some more copper. Actually, first things first. Let me get my tongs again. So I'm going to need a hammer, too, when I get back from mining. Where's my thing there? There we go. And where's my hammer mold? Do I not have a hammer mold? Oh, I walked over the hammer mold. No, I'm just blind, folks. Don't mind me. There we go. Should have done this the first time. It's alright. Hindsight's 20/20, as they say. It was, what, 2 pieces of charcoal to get this done? There we go. Alright, get that done. Because I'm going to go actually do some mining. Get some more copper. Because I have some food on me. You know, I have plenty of supplies. And this should be ready to go when we get back. I don't know why music's kicking up. It's because of the medium rift activity. Oh, by the way, these extra slots are all from one of the mods I have installed. Because normally you only have these sets of slots here, basically. And then like 3 over here for your different pieces of armor. Not sure what these bottom ones are for. It may take 3 pieces of copper to get this up to heat. If I was being really efficient, one of the things I could do is get it up to 900 degrees using a piece of peat, and then use charcoal to get it to actual smelting temperatures. It's one of the tricks that people use in the game to be more fuel efficient. Just because it can be a bit of a pain to make charcoal. I'm deciding if it's going to get there on its own without me adding another piece of charcoal. It might. Yeah, it did. Just barely. Just barely made it. 2 was enough. Okay. There we go. Put that back. Tongs back. And try not to step on the molting metal while I'm out and about. Alright. Let's go get more copper. What do you say, folks? It's going to be over this direction. Just past where that temporal rift is. Alright, here we are. Just up this hill. Just past the rye. Down in this hole in the ground. I'll grab this top piece of copper off the surface. Around, I'm going to get down here and mine this. So it should be just down here somewhere. And it should spawn in kind of this, like, flat, you know, pancake-shaped node, basically. Alright, kind of surprised I haven't seen it yet. Normally it's only like 1 or 2 layers down. Maybe I should have made that pro pick. I may have to strip mine at this point. Now, before folks ask, I do have cave-ins turned off, so I'm not at risk of causing a cave-in in here. Okay, alright. Because it was quite literally right up there, so it should be right around here. Make sure it's not above me somehow. Unlikely. Copper? Where you at? Copper? Good hiding from me. Okay. Alright. I've got enough sticks for this. We're gonna do this, even though it's a bit heavy on my sticks. So we're gonna throw in a ladder there. And we're gonna start strip mining. We're just gonna cut out a giant chunk of copper. Or granite here. Until we find this copper. Because I've actually had them be like super tiny, where I actually mined a spiral down once looking for some, and could not find it for the life of me. Alright, man. Enjoy dinner. Okay. I guess it's not here. There it is. See? I just missed it by, like, literally a block. This looks like it's going to be tiny, too. That is going to be unfortunate, because I see, like, one node, and it's medium quality. It's 2, 3... Okay, it's not going to be as small as I thought, but it's not going to be a great amount here. Alright, let me put my torch in my offhand so I can see while I'm mining. I know people don't just want to sit here and watch me and stare at a dark screen as I mine. Or maybe you do. If you do, let me know. But how's everybody doing? I know David just headed out to go get dinner. David's one of my Patreons. He was here when I was announcing earlier that I'm actually going to be adding a free tier to my Patreon for anybody out there who's been by my Patreon. Not happening like right this second, but I'm going to be doing that probably over the weekend at some point. I'll be making an announcement about that. So people can more easily join the Discord and hang out with me and David and other members. Kind of build a community type feel here. Because we should be a community. A bunch of gamers, people who like gaming of different types. You know, should all hang out together. Then of course I've got my blacksmithing nerds who are going to hang out too. Because all hail blacksmithing. Alright. This actually turned out to be a really good copper node. Bigger than I thought. Which is great. I'm not going to complain about that. Like, I will spend this entire pickaxe on it. That's fine. Assuming there's that much. There's not usually that much in these surface nodes. I think I just got a crystallized chunk. Nice. Okay. Is this the end of it? Might be the end of it. This is where having a prospecting pick would have been handy. What we'll do is we're going to knock out this layer here. Let's make sure we got it all. Because we need all the copper we can get at this stage. So I want to get a saw made. Let's go up 1 or 2 here. Again, I've got the settings set so I don't have to worry about cave-ins of any sort. Alright, so there's none up, any down. Just check a little bit, because sometimes they can get offset kind of weird depending on the surface terrain. So we're just doing a little poking around to make sure I got it all, since I don't have a prospecting pick yet. But I think I did. Alright, I think we got it all. I'm just going to take these rocks with me, because I'll use them to make like a dry stone fence later. And throw a ladder there. There we go. And if people are wondering how I have a bronze Falx, even though I'm still in the Copper Age, it's because I found one in a cracked vessel at a ruin that I broke open. Found a tool vessel and broke it open and got a tin bronze Falx. So I'm not going to complain about that. Free Falx is free Falx. Alright, so let's see how much copper we got. So we got 30 nuggets, or 30 chunks, which will each become 4 nuggets. So that's not bad. It's like 120. Is our hammer ready? Yes, our hammer is ready. So we can make a hammer. There we go. Hammer. Means we can actually turn all that copper into nuggets. Beautiful. All right. Gonna make another tool rack real quick. There we go. Tool rack can go on the wall here. Just put it right here. There we go. And pickaxe can go there. Shovel can go there. Hammer can go here. Let's see here. And how much will this give me? 650. Okay, so I'm going to need more, but that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're going to make another pickaxe. Real quick, because, you know, one pickaxe isn't going to last us super long. Put this in here with the others. There we go. I have to do something with all this quartz I have. I'm going to throw the quartz in here for now. Yeah, here we go. We'll put this crystallized. So these crystallized chunks, they're a bit more rich, obviously, than your regular chunks. But they're also really pretty for display cases. So I always save them for display cases, just because I'm weird like that. I'm also going to get rid of this flour I don't need. I just realized it's been sitting in my storage chest. There we go. There, boom. There we go. Nice flour. Alright, this can go in my hand. Time-wise, yeah, it's late. So we're going to put the character to bed after we make this copper real quick. There we go. Gonna throw one of these on here. Gonna grab one of these. And I'm doing this just to be slightly more fuel efficient by using a piece of heat to start the smelt. There we go. I'm gonna just throw that up here. Oh, I forgot. I let my other torch go out. Dang. Okay. Alright. It's alright. It's not the end of the world letting my torch go out. But folks, I probably only got about... Oh. Let the fire go up. There we go. I probably only got about 30 more minutes before I have to sign off for the evening. Because, well, it's evening for me. It may not be evening for you all. Then I have to go put my kiddo to bed. Oh. Here comes kiddo. And wife. Hello, kiddo and wife.
Is Prince Fluffy here?
I have not seen Prince Fluffy in chat. Sorry, bud.
Oh. Is there anybody in chat?
Yeah, we've got a few people around. David was hanging out with us, and I got, like, 5 other people, presumably.
Like who?
I don't know. They've not been chatting. There was a fellow named Army Bacon who was chatting with me for a bit as well.
Well, hello, Army Bacon, and I just want to say hello.
Army Bacon left a little bit ago, though.
Oh.
Sorry.
I want to say hello to somebody.
Well, he'll be back on my next stream. He's also going to join the Discord here once I add the free access to it.
Oh. So he can actually talk to us without having to send messages?
Correct.
Yay!
Yeah, that's Kiddo, folks. So, you know, he likes hanging out with y'all here in Discord.
Yeah, so
Or on stream. Sorry, good lord. Wow, I can think tonight. Words are hard sometimes. All right, I'm gonna need some more.
Are you gonna get off soon?
Yes, I'm gonna get off soon.
But anyway, so yeah, I hope you had a nice video today, and feel free to like and subscribe.
Oh, thanks for the plug there, bud. Anyways, you should go get ready for bed like you're supposed to. I'll be along in a bit.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I hope you all liked hanging out with Kiddo there for a second. That's my son. He's a sweetheart. There we go. Good. Why that tried to stop there for a second. Anyways. Cool. Alright. Gonna put my character to bed real quick. Pass until morning. Yeah, that was Kiddo. He's the one who normally joins me in these father and Kiddo streams. But he had a bit of a long day at school. Didn't feel up to it. So he didn't join me tonight. That drifter startled me for a second there. How much longer is this? Gotta be fresh for 5 more days. Okay. Is this cool? That is cool. Alright. We have another pickaxe fully ready to go, which I'm just going to put on the tool rack. Take this one, because I only should need one. And we'll put this in the inventory. Grab that. There we go. And I'm going to go hit another copper node. And let's see here. I should be some more copper nodes off in this direction. We'll click on this one here. There we go. We'll head towards that one. It's basically at that freighter over there. Did I not save that? No, I did not. I did not save that. Pin. Save. There we go. Yeah, now I can see it sticking out just slightly below the trader icon. I always forget to click save for some reason when I do that. But anyways, I hope everybody out there is having a good day so far. You know, I've had a pretty good day. Kiddo's had a fairly good day, from what I can tell. You know, he's got that stereotypical, you ask your kid, how was school today? And she's like, oh, it was okay. You know, did you do anything? No. That's, you know, typical kiddo things. I want that goat. Grabbing these berries. I shouldn't really be grabbing these berries. I'm not out foraging right now. But what I could do... So one of the mods I have will let me just turn them into seeds. There we go. There. Now I don't feel bad for picking them up. Yeah, this is actually, I think, the ruin where I found that Falks. Alright, let's keep heading towards this copper node over here, because I do need the copper. I want to get my anvil up and running here soon, so that I can make a saw, so that I can actually improve my farm by making a bucket. And for people wondering why the animals are not attacking me, that's because this world, I've got the animals set to passive, because this is the world I'm teaching my kid to play in. And to make his life a little easier, they're set to passive. Now, they will defend themselves if we attack them, so, you know, when we get to the point where we're hunting, there'll still be a problem. And I'm actually very happy I set that to passive from our previous video when I came over a hilltop and ran into a bear, like face first. Normally that would be a death sentence, especially since we're not wearing armor, because we don't have armor yet. All kinds of little ruins all dotted around the map here. And if I wanted to save the inventory space for it, I'd be picking up all that bony soil. Is that a bear? See? Look right there. Or is that a pig? Are you a pig or are you a bear? You're a pig. Oh, here we go. Found some fruit trees. Pink apples. Nice. Red apple. So we got a red apple and a pink apple right next to each other. And we got some onions. Nice. And for those wondering what's going on here, I'm holding shift to crouch just briefly while looking at those. And it automatically adds a waypoint to my map for me. Thanks to an auto marker mod I have installed. Very useful mod. The mod list is in the video description if people are curious. Though I do have a couple mods I need to add to that list that I just installed today to make, you know, just for some quality of life stuff. And that's like, for example, you see how I've got those readouts at the bottom. They're telling me what the temporal stability is around my character, as well as the time and the temperature out. That's one of the mods I installed today. And that's just a very convenient mod to have, in my opinion. Where'd these berries come from? It's just random berry on the ground here. I have no idea why. I mean, I'll happily take the cranberry seeds. That's fine. Weird. Oh! Oh! It was the raccoon. It knocked the berries off the bush. Okay. Alright. I've gotten way kind of off track here. I've ended up veering a little too far south. I didn't know. I knew the animals would, like, eat stuff and whatnot. I didn't know the raccoons would actually knock the berries off the bush. I wonder if that's something added by one of the mods, or if that's vanilla. I'll have to do some experimentation on that. That's super cool, though. Because I was like, why is that raccoon's face red? And I realized it was carrying a berry. Chicken. Alright, stop foraging. Stop foraging, because I keep... Anytime I'm in the forest like that in the game, here we are. Okay, so we've arrived at the area I've marked, so we're going to do that, let's put these in the inventory. I'm going to move this blueberry bush. Blueberry bush can go over here. These birch leaves can get out of my way. Alright, so let's dig down. Well, at least the rock's just like right here. Okay. At least it's granite. And actually, one of the things I'm going to do is I'll just do this. Just so I can kind of mark this area. There we go. So we know this is where I'm mining. Alright. I'm going to just kind of strip mine a little bit here. Alright, let's see here. Hopefully it's not too far down. And I'm hopefully not off target. Okay, so I'm going to throw a ladder there. So I know where my exit point's going to be. On target. Alright, let's see here. I feel like I'm off target slightly. It's normally not this far down. Let's see here. Just gonna mine out a little bit. Okay, let's take off this layer here. This is what happens when you have to look for copper and you don't have a pro pick yet. Hey, sweetheart.
Hi.
Is it time?
Yeah.
Alright, folks. I'm probably going to have to call it here in the middle of my search for copper, I know. Because it is time to put Kiddo to bed. So, thank you all for joining me and hanging out. I hope everybody had a good time. Leave comments, etc. Like and subscribe if you want to know when I'm going to be doing more of this. You can turn on notifications if you want. And we will catch you all next time. And again, thank you all for joining me. This has been Fallon McBrom, just playing a little vintage story in a world I've set up for my kiddo to hang out in. So, we'll talk to you all next time.